This one I'm just going to do a quick little comparison and walk through. Maybe Matt might chime in here and tell us what he thought, because he's set in both of them, so he knows, and he's paddled the Indra. But looking over the boats themselves here, the rocker was, from what I measured, it was 16 on this one and it's 17 on the Indra, and you can kind of see there is a little bit more rocker, but the bow, it's like a narrowness, and then it comes out and then it starts widen here. Where you look at this, we were both in agreement that this is closer to like a Waka style bow, with how Waka carries their width out long and then it goes all the way down. You can see the width is still the same all the way out. Where you look at the Indra, the width kind of narrows up here, here, and then it starts getting wide. Then it stays flat all the way back. Then I've also noticed that Prijon is doing, it comes down and it's flat. Look at that flat edge. So it's like a boxy edge up here, which to me is not, I hate a boxy edge back here. Or that's the worst spot to have a boxy edge, is back there, because that's where it's going to catch all the time. Up here, I'm curious how that's going to react, because I haven't seen one that does that. But you do see there is some wave deflectors running right down through there. So good job on that. We know where those probably originated at. The rocker height is almost identical on both of these. You can see the rocker height here and the rocker height here, and the width is almost identical. But the thing is, you're pulled up a little more of a kick rocker on the Beast, where the Indra comes straight out, and they both have slight little bits of negative rocker going on. Drain plugs, I'm not the biggest fan of this.
Why don't you talk about that drain plug?
I am not the biggest fan of this drain plug. And I get it. They can't thread in like Dagger, like a roller molded boat, because these are blow molded. And I will get into that on the walkthrough. This plastic is by far the best plastic in existence in kayaks. I'll argue that with anybody. I've seen Prijon's last 35 years beat on the river. But this drain plug, you know, it's basically a little twist top drain plug like that, where this one, you know, it's solid. It's rubber. It screws down in there. It's protected. This is, they did lower it down and the handle will protect it, but you know what? That's out. This is out. This is what you had to do to get the drain plug out on that. So what Prijon's done, they've got a larger cockpit here to here. I think that's 3419 and this is 3421 or something. It's a really wide, and you can almost see it. It's a big open cockpit. So that is good for getting in and out of the boat, that's for sure. And it feels that way. The cockpit feels more open, where that feels more kind of, I guess, more secure going around you. I wouldn't say it feels cramped. I do like the Beast mode right here. You can't even make out these logos, really. I don't know. Can you make out that logo?
No. Looks like French.
I don't know. I can make out this one. Now moving on into the cockpit, inside the outfitting. This is Matt's favorite spot, so let's go into the outfitting now. So I don't have to really tell you guys about the Contour Ergo outfitting in the Dagger boats. You know, it's pretty much leads the pack on like comfort and all that. Now this does work. If anybody had seen any of my Soul, you know, reviews, the Soul kayaks, they've been doing this. I don't know, did Soul get it from Prijon or Prijon get it from Soul? I don't know. But Soul actually puts cover on their seat. This is just looks like a mini cell phone thrown down. But overall, the outfitting felt like it works. How about that? What do you think, Matt? You think it works?
It works.
There you go, it works. So we'll roll it over and let's check these holes out. The rocker profiles are very similar on these two. The Indra looks like it has a little bit of a sharper rail on it, but the rails are similar. The height here and here is a little higher on the Indra, where you look on the Beast, it's more of a kind of a slope going in, where the Indra comes up, dips in and goes. So I think the Indra will be a little more kind of aggressive going around the river, and this is going to be more like a hybrid. And that's what this thing kind of looks like to me. It looks like a hybrid of a creeker meets a big water river runner, which is not a bad place to be in my opinion. The back, the Indra has these little, I don't know, Snowy had a name for these, but I can't remember what he called them. Basically, it's supposed to keep that tail from sliding out on that. And the Beast has done something with this little dip. It's hard to see in the camera, but there's a little dip right there that runs all the way. And I can feel a little bit of negative rocker right here. Just like on this, there's negative rocker. But one thing you're gonna tell when you compare this boat to anything is, look at this hull. Look at that hull compared to this hull. There is almost zero movement on that. This thing is like a granite countertop. That's solid. Anything that you compare this thing to, you have to factor that in. Matt's gonna throw in his 2 cents.
Yeah, plastic is super solid. Outfitting's not my favorite. Design looks good. Those are my 3 cents.
There you go. See, that's all you need. And really, what do you and as far as price, these are actually pretty comparable. I actually think the Beast comes in maybe $100 more. But you know what does that $100 get you? Maybe about 9 more years of paddling. I don't know. I think this is going to be a good one out there. I think it's another solid option out here for us for having like an all-around creek boat. All right, there it is, everybody. That's the comparison of the Dagger Indra and the Prijon Beast. See y'all in the next video.
Beast mode.